Okay, so I am going to be sharing a little bit of Ryan's, a little bit of Parker's last work here. So we're going to start with some updates on the V2 front end that's coming out. So this is what Ryan has been focusing mostly on the last, I guess, couple weeks now. Is that right?
Yep.
And so we got to see like the first sneak peek of it last week, and so we're going to look at some improvements again today. Just to give everyone a quick recap. The way this works is what kind of work streams are the new, I don't know, what do you call it, Ryan? Like not fundamental building block, but work streams are the new
The new like paradigm for the platform, I
paradigm.
guess.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
great
the
word
main
for
part
it.
of the platform. Yep.
New paradigm, right? So until we define work streams, we're using tag groups as work streams. So you can see I'm logged into my account here, and on the very left, I've got stock research and resume search, which if I jump over into my own groups and staging, you can see those are these two right here. So those are the two that are available. I'm going to go ahead and select resume search here. We've already seen this left panel last time, so I'm just going to go ahead and minimize this so it's out of the way. And also we get to show off the fact that there's a quick little minimization tool there. Um, and so we saw these three sections before, right? Which is like content, run a prompt, share. The latter two don't seem to be quite implemented yet, but there are some interesting updates in the content section. So within content, you can actually see now in this green box, it says included in the resume search work stream. And you can see that within there, there's this candidates folder. A folder is analogous to a tag. So if I come over here and open resume search, you can see there's a candidates folder within my tag group right here. And that's exactly what we see here. So I can see all the folders that are within this work stream, which is great. And then there's also a file section here that may not yet be implemented too, unless there's something going on there. But eventually we should see all the files that belong to this work stream as well. And we can nice and switch this over to a cool table view as well. So rather than having this grid view, you can have a table view, go back and forth, and this shows the status, which is nice as well. Now below that green box, there's an all content section, which shows the same information, show folders, files, but now it's just for all of your content versus just the work stream that you're in. So you can see all my files down here that I have loaded into Storytell, which is pretty cool. And then lastly, the coolest part is that the chat is now working for this as well. So there's a little blue button over here on the right side that says show chat. So if I go ahead and click that, it opens up the very familiar looking chat window that we all know. And you can kind of stretch and it very cleanly slides open and closed. And you can kind of toggle between two different modes here with the chat window. The first is float above the chat content. So this basically overlays the content section that's below it, from what I understand. So you can see how some of my reports are kind of cut off here, or you can have it anchor next to the content. So that would kind of enforce the fact that these two windows are sharing the screen and they won't overlap at all. You can kind of have both here. And you can just open this all the way up. We know a lot of users just like to be in the chat window once they find the content they want to chat with and get rid of everything else. So I can go in here and just to show that the chat is working, I'll say like, which of these candidates is best for a CX manager role or something. And these are all fictional resumes that we've loaded into Storytell. But let's see which fictional person we think is best. Sarah Brown, apparently. Sounds good to me. But anyway, same output as before. Nothing's changed with chat. Just the fact that it's actually enabled here is what we're looking for. So yeah, looks awesome. Anything else, Ryan, that I didn't get to here?
Yeah, last thing I'll mention is I tried to use cookies for the UI state for like if the navigation on the left is open or closed, how wide you have the chat interface, if you have it anchored or floating above. And the reason I did that is so that when you refresh the page, it should look exactly the same as when you were just looking at it before. So
Got
once
it.
you
So
kind of configure, yeah, you configure your UI however you want it, the browser will remember it.
nice. Okay. Yeah, it seemed like that just worked. We just refreshed and it's still there. Cool.